Here, where the land meets the sea, a vibrant kingdom thrives. The sun arrives each morning, a silent, golden wave. It washes over the white sands, making them glitter like a carpet of tiny jewels. The Atlantic Ocean breathes in and out, a slow, steady rhythm against the shore. Its waters are a brilliant turquoise, so clear that one can almost see the secrets hidden on the seabed below. Palm trees, the tall, slender sentinels of this coast, sway gently in the warm breeze. Their fronds rustle with a sound like soft whispers, sharing ancient stories with the wind. This is a world painted in the brightest of colors, a testament to nature's artistry. The air itself feels alive. It is thick with the scent of salt and sweet blooming flowers. You can almost taste it. High above, the sky is a vast, unbroken dome of blue. It is a perfect canvas. Great white egrets with feathers as pure as fresh snow glide effortlessly across it. They move with a grace that is almost hypnotic. Down below, pelicans patrol the coastline. They dive with astonishing speed, their bodies disappearing into the water with a quiet splash, only to emerge moments later, their mission successful. Every creature here moves with a purpose, part of a delicate and ancient dance. It is a spectacle of life in all its magnificent forms. This coastal paradise is a sanctuary for so many. Small, colorful lizards dart across sun-warmed stones, their movements too quick for the eye to follow. They seem to vanish into thin air. In the mangrove forests that line the waterways, ibises with long, curved beaks probe the soft mud. They search for sustenance with a focused determination. The sounds of the wild are a constant symphony. The call of a gull, the buzz of an insect, the gentle lapping of the waves. It is a chorus that has played here for millennia, a reminder of the enduring power of the natural world. The days here are long and drenched in light. The heat settles over the landscape like a warm blanket, slowing the pace of life. Even the majestic manatees, the gentle giants of these waters, move with a serene and unhurried grace. They drift through the canals, their large grey bodies barely disturbing the surface. They are ancient mariners in their own kingdom. Everything in this place seems to speak of peace, of a world in perfect balance. It is a vision of paradise, seemingly untouched by time or trouble, a haven of breathtaking beauty. If you enjoyed this glimpse into Miami's hidden wonders, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more stories and breathtaking views. Join us as we continue to explore the beauty and challenges of this remarkable paradise. But if one looks closer, another world reveals itself. It exists not in the wild, but in the spaces that humans have built. Here, under the vast concrete canopies of the city's overpasses, a different kind of ecosystem has formed. Tents, made of worn fabric and patched with tape, stand in rows along the pavement. They are the shelters of last resort, fragile homes in a world of steel and stone. These structures huddle together, forming small communities in the shadows of the gleaming city. They are a stark and silent testament to a struggle that is often overlooked. The air here is different. It carries the scent of exhaust fumes from the endless river of cars that flows nearby. The gentle whisper of the palm fronds is replaced by the constant, low roar of traffic. People move with a quiet slowness, their faces etched with stories of hardship. An old man sits on a milk crate, his gaze fixed on the horizon, as if searching for something lost long ago. A young woman carefully folds a blanket, her movements precise and deliberate. She is creating order in a world of chaos. These are the forgotten inhabitants of the urban jungle, surviving on the fringes. Life in these makeshift camps follows its own rhythm. It is dictated not by the sun and the tides, but by the search for basic necessities. A meal, a safe place to rest, a moment of peace. Individuals gather around a shopping cart filled with their worldly possessions. They speak in low tones, their voices barely audible above the city's din. They share what little they have, a gesture of solidarity in the face of immense adversity. It is a community forged in hardship, bound together by a shared experience of being left behind. Their presence is a quiet question posed to the glittering city around them. As dusk falls, the shadows lengthen and the camps seem to recede into the background. The city lights begin to sparkle, turning the skyscrapers into towers of shimmering gold. From a distance, Miami once again looks like a perfect paradise. But the tents remain, their inhabitants settling in for another uncertain night. They are a permanent feature of this landscape now, as much a part of the city as the palms and the sea. They are a silent reminder that even in the most beautiful of places, a deep and profound struggle for survival is taking place, hidden in plain sight. Within these hidden communities, a silent and powerful force is at work. It is an invisible predator, one that stalks the most vulnerable. It does not hunt for flesh and bone, it hunts for the human spirit. This is the grip of addiction, a quiet hunger that consumes from within. It is seen in the eyes of a young man, once bright and full of promise, now clouded with a distant emptiness. He sits motionless on a curb, his body swaying almost imperceptibly, lost in a world that no one else can see. His struggle is a lonely one, fought in the depths of his own mind. This hunger hollows out lives, leaving behind a shell of what once was. A woman clutches a small, crumpled photograph, her fingers tracing the smiling faces of a family she no longer knows how to reach. The drug, fentanyl, offers a fleeting escape, a momentary silence from the noise of pain and despair. But its relief is a cruel illusion. It demands a higher price with each use, pulling its victims deeper into a cycle of desperation. The search for the next dose becomes the only purpose, a relentless and all-consuming quest that overshadows everything else. Love, family, and hope become distant memories. The signs are subtle, yet everywhere. A person slumped in a doorway, their head bowed as if in prayer. A quiet exchange in a darkened alleyway, a transaction that lasts only a moment but carries the weight of a lifetime. There is no judgment here, only a profound sense of tragedy. These are not moral failings. They are symptoms of a deep and pervasive wound in the fabric of society. Each individual caught in this struggle is a son, a daughter, a parent, a friend. They are human beings who have lost their way in a world that offered them no map. We see the physical toll it takes, the gaunt faces, the trembling hands, the slow, shuffling walk. But the invisible wounds are the deepest. The loss of self-worth, the erosion of dignity, the severing of connections to others. The addiction isolates, creating an invisible wall between the individual and the world. It is a prison without bars, a solitary confinement of the soul. Yet even here, in the darkest of places, the human instinct to survive flickers. It is a faint but persistent light, a testament to the resilience of the spirit in the face of an overwhelming force. This is a story of two cities, existing side by side, yet worlds apart. In one, life is an endless celebration. Gleaming white yachts glide through the emerald waters of the bay, their decks filled with laughter and the clinking of glasses. On the exclusive islands, sprawling mansions stand behind manicured hedges and ornate gates. Their windows glow with a warm, inviting light, hinting at a life of comfort and security. Here, the world is a place of abundance. The biggest concern might be the direction of the wind or the temperature of the champagne. It is a carefully curated reality, beautiful and serene. Just a few miles away, the other city unfolds. Here, the landscape is one of cracked pavement and faded storefronts. The sounds are not of laughter but of sirens in the distance and the weary sighs of those who have walked too far. A lone raccoon, a master of urban survival, navigates this world with practiced ease. It slips through a gap in a fence, its masked face turning for a moment toward the distant lights of the wealthy shore. The animal moves between these two realities, a silent observer of the immense gap that separates them. It belongs to both and to neither. The contrast is breathtaking in its starkness. A luxury sports car, its engine a low growl, pauses at a traffic light, Its polished surface reflects the image of a man pushing a shopping cart overflowing with cans and plastic bags. For a fleeting moment, these two worlds intersect, separated only by a pane of glass. The light turns green, and the car speeds away, disappearing into the night. The man continues his slow journey, his focus on the ground, searching for treasures that others have discarded. The distance between them is not measured in miles, but in lifetimes. This division runs like a deep, invisible river through the heart of Miami. On one bank, there is opulence and ease. On the other, there is a daily struggle for the most basic human needs. The two rarely meet. They are parallel universes, each with its own rules, its own challenges, and its own truths. And yet, they are part of the same whole, the same city. The wild creatures, like the ibis that pecks for food near a busy intersection, are the only ones who seem to cross these boundaries without a thought, reminding us that this was all once a single, undivided land. Despite the shadows, this is not a story of utter despair, for even in the most difficult of circumstances, the human spirit shows a remarkable capacity for endurance. It is a force of nature in its own right, as resilient as the mangroves that withstand the hurricane's fury. We see it in the simple act of a woman tending to a small potted plant outside her tent. She waters it carefully, a small patch of green in a world of grey concrete. It is an act of creation, a defiant gesture of hope in the face of desolation. It is a declaration that beauty still matters. Compassion reveals itself in unexpected ways. A volunteer moves through the camp, handing out bottles of water and clean socks. He does not offer pity, but respect. He listens to their stories, his presence a quiet affirmation of their humanity. He sees the person, not the circumstance. These small acts of kindness are like raindrops in a desert. They may not be enough to make the desert bloom, but they provide life-giving sustenance to those who are thirsty. They are threads of connection, weaving a fragile net of support where formal systems have failed. Hope is a quiet but persistent creature here. It is not the grand hope for wealth or fame, but a more fundamental kind. The hope for a safe night's sleep. The hope for a warm meal. The hope that tomorrow might be a little easier than today. It is the hope that one day, the quiet hunger will release its grip. It flickers in a shared smile between two strangers, in a moment of laughter that cuts through the noise of the city, in the unwavering belief that change is possible, no matter how distant it may seem. Ultimately, this is a story about all of us. The fate of the most vulnerable is a reflection of the health of the entire community. To turn away is to ignore a part of ourselves. The challenge is not to fix, but to see, to understand, to approach this hidden world not with judgment, but with the same sense of awe and reverence we reserve for the natural wonders of this planet. For the human spirit, in its struggle and its resilience, is perhaps the most magnificent spectacle of all. And it is here, in the heart of paradise, that its strength is tested and its enduring power is revealed.